I headed straight back to my office to examine the notebook. It was a thick blue leather-bound affair, standard police issue, which was ironic considering its contents. Every single page was crammed with words in Sayer's messy scrawl. Flicking through it, I came across a section titled McMuffin. I stopped to examine its contents. There were almost 30 pages describing every action I'd made since Ali's death, every minute shift of position, every twitch, recorded better than I remembered it. I wasn't the only subject of the book either. There were sections titled Ali G, Rapper, Police, and even CIA. I couldn't comprehend how the information had been gathered in such a short time. The only possible explanation was that Sayers had a whole team reporting to him. He wasn't merely interested in his work, he was obsessed. I soon came across a more interesting section titled Conclusions. This seemed to be Sayers' report to the Codfather. It explained the progression of the authorities' investigations and Sayers' own personal opinion on the culprit. I was amused to see that I ranked first in all of these. There was also a goldmine of background information on the murder. After reading for a solid half hour, I began to see the situation as it was. The manager G had lied to me. He had made a deal with the Codfather to divert a considerable amount of his brother's money to the Codfather's account. After being paid up front, Ali had failed to deliver the money. Ali had called me at the point where the Codfather had demanded his money back and failed to get it. I finished reading. I had to confront the rapper about his brother. Mr. G. You! Who are you? Who did I My name is George McMuffin. I need to ask you some questions about your brother.
I didn't do it. Who are you? Please.
That doesn't matter right now. I don't care how your brother died. What I want to know is what he was doing before his death. Do you know of the Codfather?
You know? How can you know? Do you work for him? I ain't. I won't.
I don't work for the Codfather, Mr. G. How do you know of him?
I don't. Well...
Don't lie to me, Mr. G. Tell me all about the Codfather and what your brother had to do with him.
Okay, I'll tell you. My brother came to me a couple of days ago. Said he'd made some bad decisions. Said he was going to pay the Codfather some money from my accounts. But he said he'd come to his senses.
Well, McMuffin. Didn't expect to see me again so soon, did ya? I knew you'd come here after reading what was in that notebook. It's time for you to pay for disrespecting the Codfather. You and your friend the rapper, too.
No, please. I can't do this.
Mr. Fisher! I mean to say, the Codfather, sir! Says? What are you doing here?
I only just heard. Down at the station.
This is the police. Come out with your hands up. You are wanted in connection with the murder of the manager Ali G.
Sir,
Quiet, Bond. Now I don't know about any of you, but I don't want to get tangled with the law. Now it seems to me that the best way to avoid this is by handing over the murderer. Now, there are 5 people in this room. 5 people, 5 suspects, but only 1 killer. Now, chances are the killer ain't going to come forward. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn out the lights. When I turn them back on, whoever killed the rapper's brother is going to have to run. Then we go after them, grab them. Who knows, they might get away. Or if they're all still in here, when the lights come back on, Bond here is going to find the killer the hard way.
This is your last chance. Come out or we come in.
Bond, do it. Slightly faster would be nice, Bond.
Yes, sir.
While the lights were out, I turned the mystery over and over in my head. It hurt. I still had a headache and it was getting worse. Then all of a sudden it had happened. The information that had been suppressed was revealed to me. I knew.
It seems we have our criminal. Phones, get the lights. Get him!
No, you fool! Go after McMuffin! He...
I've got them, turn back up!
Wait, you got the wrong...
Shut the
wrong
man! You haven't got going
It's
into
McMuffin! He... Damn you, McMuffin!
Special news just in. The notorious gangster boss known as the Codfather was arrested today in connection with the murder of Ali G, twin brother of the famous rapper who was apparently also involved in the incident. A police detective by the name of Sayers was also taken into custody after
When the lights had gone out, I had finally recalled the memory that had been barred to me before that moment. I had killed Ali G. I always keep a gun in my pocket. It's illegal, but you have to, in my line of work. As I had been leaving the manager's office, I accidentally knocked my gun in my pocket, and it had fired, shot the manager right between the eyes. I knew that no court was going to find me innocent, and possession of the gun was illegal. I needed to appear as if I had had no hand in this death. As a PI, I knew that the culprit most often gives himself away by unconscious gestures. To be able to appear innocent, I had to think I was innocent. So I took a memory drug that wiped my mind of everything I had done since entering Ali's office. It had worn off while in the rapper's studio, and the shock of the memory made me panic and run. From now on, I will have to steer well clear of the police. For now I am wanted, though I am still the same man.
I am George McMuffin, private investigator.